Well, hello everyone. Welcome to PRF Friday nights. Full qualifying followed by 50% race at Brazil, round 17 of the championship. Just 2 races to go, I believe. And good evening, Mr. Whale. Thank you for jumping in. Apparently I can't. I've just noticed I've got him on my friends list or not. Don't think I have. See if I can find him. There he is, showing offline, but I'll invite him. There we go. Oh, thanks, Mr. Whale. That's really kind of you. I didn't actually expect you to do it, but thank you very much. So, anyway, let's go off the full screen. Anybody out? Don't look like it. Does. Well, let's get the full track map up. Go, hide everything we can. There is a car out. I apparently don't have any sound. No, I do. Excellent. There we go. Oh, can I get refunds? I don't know how to action a refund, mate, unfortunately. I'll have to, I'll see if I can find out for you. I'll have to Google it. In a way, I've got a few names I don't know on track tonight. This is one of them. 50 Gent. So they'll play on 50 Cent, I guess. It's in the Haas tonight. He's first out on track as well, so... Well, he was first out on track, but he just let an Williams through, so we'll go to Demon now. As he'll be first round to settle lap. Nice short lap here at Brazil into Lagos. It's been on the calendar as long as I've been playing F1 games, and I promise you that's been a long, long time. Since the early 90s, in fact. So, always been on the calendar. In fact, when I first started playing, it had a completely different layout to what it's got now. Demon round through the NS onto the second DRS straight, comes up to the end of sector 1, 16.9. Try and keep that in mind. So we got 18 on the grid tonight. Looks like Gazelle's got an in, so that's good. Comes through. It's pretty much first sector has the Senna S, and then it's just a straight down to the end of the first sector. Middle sector is the technical part of the track. So we head round now to the end of sector 2, and then sector 3 is pretty much just this corner, and there's a few sort of what are more like kinks in the road to take you up to the start finish line. It's 2 sectors that are sort of more about straight line speed, but the middle sector very much about high downforce and cornering. It's Demon then starts off with 107.9. I was just going to try and get the 50 Gent. It's a 110.5. Let's go to Greza. Hang on, we've got to... Oh, that's Big D. He's just going around on an out lap. I think we've got the 2 Mercs, actually. Yep, so Massey is going to be round next. Nice to see Massey on track. I've never ever commentated on a race he's done before. In fact, I've only ever seen him race once, but I know he's quick. That's all I can really tell you. Multiple winner of championships, I believe, as well. 107.7 then from Massey puts him fastest of the session at the moment. I think his teammate's coming round next, if I can get there. Oh, I just missed it. I think. Yeah, Gumba went up to... Well, he went up to P4. It's just dropped to P5 because Greza has crossed the line in the Alfa Romeo 108 flat. Let's go then to... Let's go to Raratron, who's just finished the first sector, coming up to, say, the more complicated second sector. Thanks, Well. Hey, Reaper. Thanks for jumping on, buddy. Really appreciated. Just for you, Reaper, this is PRF1, which is my Friday Night League, I was a driver, but I've switched to being a streamer commentator. I was actually doing alright here. I was 4th in the championship before I switched, so I was doing alright. So, Raratron then, I just call him Rara. Heading up towards the line. Can he go? It's probably not the best lap he's ever done. 1:12.2. I'm sure he can go quicker than that. Private Comet is well up on his previous time. Previous was a 1:49, so really not a proper lap, and massively up. Crosses the line 1:07.5, goes fastest so far, just over a 10th. Wheel on his way round in the other Alpine. See, 1:08.3, goes P7. Rafe is on his way round as well, catching just right at the moment. His way round, really hugged the left hand side on a fast lap. 1:07.8, puts in P3. Demon's retired out the session. Is that I think it's an in the pits retirement. Let's go to Gazelle then. In fact, he's on track. Proves to us that he's definitely in, which is great. So a driver that switched to streamer in another league. Yes, indeed. These guys are pretty fast, bro. They are indeed, mate. Yeah, I wouldn't say there's anybody on the grid that you would call slow as such. There's obviously, as you get in every league, there's obviously people who are faster, but yeah. Oh, thanks, Reaper. You make me blush. Alright, you two. My face has gone bright red, completely embarrassing me. Right, is anybody actually doing another lap? No, Mads going in. Greza, even if he was, he's invalidated. Gazelle. Well, if anybody's doing another lap, it would be Rara actually, so let's watch him to the line. I'm sure he's going to be quicker. Ooh, not by much, mind. 300s. He's definitely got a lot more in him than that, Raratron. I assure you of that. Fatal Defiance is back out. Pajala's on an out lap. Nice to see if Pajala can continue his run of getting into Q2, and then, well, for 2 of the last few races, he's gotten into Q3 as well. So it'd be nice if he can continue that on. Fatal Defiance then on his second run. To see if we can get through to Q2. Oh, you two. Fatal Defiance and in the McLaren. Where is he? Oh, 6 tenths up in the first sector. That's pretty handy. Comes out into the more complicated parts of the track. Sector 3 yellow. That doesn't appear to be anything major. They're both cars that were in that sector are going. I think that somebody's run out of fuel actually, so just dawdling back to the pits. Defiance then through most of the second sector, just this sweeping left-hander. You need to try and take full pelt if you can. 1.6 up, so he's heading towards 109.5, which at the moment would be enough for 11th, but I suggest he's probably going to improve a bit more in this sector. So in the end, it's a 108.9, so that still puts him P11. So good improvement from Fatal Defiance. Master Spread, one of our championship contenders, is out on track. It's on an out lap. Have we got anybody? Big D maybe? He's slightly up. Oh no, that's his last lap actually. That was the end of his last. Just watching to the end of sector 1. Yeah, no, half a second down. So it's finished. Defiance, even if it did want to go again, is invalidated. Rah. It's a 10th up. His light was... That's not Rah. Why am I... This is Rah. And he is heading towards the line, just 0.08 of a second off his PB. So Goomba on an out lap. Anybody else? Let's go to spreader then. Master spread. 16.5 in the first set. So remember earlier on, Demon was 16.9, so that's a pretty big gap there. 4 attempts already, which would suggest he's on potentially the fastest lap of the session. Hey Genty, thanks for joining. Yeah, we do alright on a Friday on PRF1. It's a decent league, mate, decent pace. And Massey goes quicker again, 107.2. I am entirely confident that when we get to Q3, the pole position time will be nicely into the 106s. So it's a 107.3 from Master Spread, so that's P2 for the moment. It would have been fastest if Massey hadn't gone quicker just ahead of him on track. Rah, improving this time. So improves time, stays P15 for the moment. He seems to be doing a lot of laps though, so I wonder if he's using this more as a practice. And he'll be in for fresher tyres in just a bit. And Goomba going a lot quicker now. So Goomba heading towards the line. And it's a 108.4 from Goomba. Amazing, and he puts him up to P12. Jala is on his first run. To him. Ah, well, Mr. Reaper. Get that well, Mr. Yes. Mr. Well is starting his own league, and I'm signed on for that. I won't go too much into it, because obviously I'm commentating on a different league tonight. It wouldn't be right to be plugging without permission. So Bajala over the line goes P13, 108.6. Now, got to think, Hambo, almost he's leading the championship. I would expect him to get out of Q1 pretty easily. To be honest, Dark Mark I would expect it's about the same as well. So these guys in sort of 14th, 15th, 16th are going to need improvements. Bajala looks like he's going again, actually, slightly up in Sector 1. No, Genty. Oh, I see, you're 50 Gent. Okay. No, you won't get lapped, you're not that far behind. So, Jala ever so slightly down at the end of Sector 2, but if he gets a better run out of the final corner there, we'll soon see if he ducks into the pits or not. And he's not, he's going to head for the line. So across the line he comes, and it's just over half a tenth down on his PB, so not able to improve that time. Fatal Defiance then. We'll try and keep an eye on the guys now that look like they're going to be fighting to get through the first session. Fatal Defiance, 1,000th of a second down. That probably just cost him some time there. He's ran wide out of turn 4, so he would have had to come off the throttle there, otherwise it would have invalidated. Oh, Fatal Defiance has come to a pretty much stop, so let's go. Has Hambo crossed the line? He has. He's gone 108.1. Who's that? That's Gazelle. I think he's just letting people through. Yeah, looks like it. So we know Fatal Defiance slowed down himself. Who was this then? This was Bajala. So he's into the pits then. I was going to say he's done multiple laps, but if he wants to get a fresh set on to try and make himself safe, he needs to come in now. Hambo's quarter of a second up on his previous best. If anyone can do a 106 for us tonight, it's... Well, Hambo's probably the most likely, but there's a few drivers, Massey and Spreader as well. I don't know about Massey a little bit. As I say, I've only ever seen him drive once. I've never commentated on him, so... And there's a 107.1 that puts Hambo fastest of all so far. Zell then has gone on to another lap. He's just over a tenth down at the end of the first sector. Actually, I think Fatal Defiance is further up the road, so let's go to Fatal. So it's slightly up at the moment. With the improvement he's getting, it's not going to change position, and in fact he's backed out and gone into the pits. I think that probably means he's out. I don't think he can get in, put a new set of tyres on and get out and get round. So I think that probably means he's out. Dartmark's completed a lap now and has gone P13. So we've got Fatal, 50 gents, not coming back out, 50 gents. So, well, looks like Raratron's the only one of the guys. Oh, Pajala's back out. Surely you can have a go, Genty, ain't you? Self out there, baby. Ghost Rider heads up to the line. Just a 10th down. It's well off track to allow the pass then of Raratron, so let's ride with him because currently P18. So to possibly get himself through, he needs to find an improvement of 3.7 seconds. Sounds massive, but I'm guessing that Rara's not put a proper lap on the board there, so... Oddly though, he's on mediums. Not entirely sure why he's gone to medium tyres. So then Ra heads towards the line, just passing the pits now. I suspect comes across the line. It's a 109.2, which is only good enough for 17th. I'm not entirely sure why he's chosen to use the medium tyres there. It is equal performance tonight, so it's not as if the Aston couldn't get through. Pajala's slightly up on his PB. He'll be next to cross the line. Ignore the track map graphic. It just keeps popping up purple all the time, no matter what time you do. So, Pajala then heads for the line, keeps as close to the left-hand side as he can. He improves by a couple of attempts, which may well be enough to see him safe. Let's go to Fatal Defiance, or is it Raratron that's further round? It looks like Rara's further round. A couple of attempts up again. It's not going to be enough. He still needs to find just over 7 attempts in total. Cross line he comes, improves by a quarter of a second, stays 17th. Fatal Defiance then, couple of attempts up. He needs to find another couple of attempts in his final sector. Sector is obviously quite difficult to find that sort of time. Oh, and he's invalidated right at the death, trying to make as much as he could out of that final little kink. I think then that's the end of Q1. I think we're just waiting for Mad Wraith to be wheeled into. Well, he looks like he is wheeled into the pits, but we've got to wait for him to have his computer screen down in front of him. So, Hambo fastest in the session, but as we say each week, it's not about the guys getting through there really, it's about the guys who get eliminated. So, Fatal will start 16th, Raratron is 17th. Again, not entirely sure why he's used the mediums there. I think he would have got through on the softs. And 50 gents, MP18, not to come out again. I'll just quickly do the race director. I don't think there's going to be much there. In fact, that's it. That's what you can see on the screen. So, there we have it. So, we head into Q2. So, all about getting into Q3. I'm kind of expecting this to be pretty close. If I'm honest, if you look from sort of P6 at the moment down to P14 on your screen, it's only over half a second. So, and a lot of them just did their one, and that was it. It's be pretty close. May not be too many options to the mediums around here. I think Gem it's the one normal to medium or medium soft, depending on what you're on. Safety cars, I'd say they're probably a medium risk around here. And of course they can affect strategy, but yeah, it's certainly not a high risk track for safety car, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't go as far as saying it's low risk either. Although there's plenty of room for cars to be going off. Evening Greza, yeah, I think so, mate. Going to be competitive. Evening Massey, thanks for tuning in, guys. Good luck to you. I'm sure we all both be able to get through this session pretty comfortably. Say though, I don't know how many will actually risk trying to qualify on mediums. Usually when guys go out on mediums first, that suggests to me they're not actually trying to qualify on, and they're just using them to put a sort of target on for when they come out of softs. So if you're actually going to qualify on the mediums, you do it later in the session. Give the track every chance to sort of bed in as best it can. But Hambo back to his usual for Q2 and coming out first on track. You've probably completely messed this up now, but what I'm going to do is go on board with Hambo for this next lap, so we can see a qualifying run from him. For you guys out there that use a wheel, Hambo does, just watch how steady he is on the inputs. It's quite amazing to watch, I find. I'm actually going to turn the telemetry off so you can actually see it. I do find it pretty amazing how he's so smooth. Mind you, I've never used a wheel, so for all I know it might be a... Or sorry, I did for about... I think I used the wheel for about an hour and then it went back in its box and never used it again. So, through the second sector, hugging the curbs. That one all about the exit there. As is this. Let's see, short shift straight up to fourth. Just allows you to get the traction down, get the speed out. Through there in fourth. You'll probably notice in the race, some will take that in third, some will take it in fourth. Generally depends on your setup. Keep it sit well to the left, and across the line it goes for a 108.3 to get us started. I would suggest that's a sighter lap that he's put in on the tyres he's used in Q1. Will crosses the line 108.9 on the medium tyres. Greza just going through the second sector. He's opted for the mediums first. There's a Ferrari. Oh no, the Ferrari's on an outlap, so that's fine. There's a Merc just ahead. I'm not sure, because one's on an outlap, the other's on a hot lap, so we'll just stick with Brezza. Comes through. I know technically that's not the final corner, but I'm going to call it the final corner all night, because, let's be honest, it is. Whole track yellows. That is just people letting others through in each sector. That's no instance. So Grezza then, 110.3 on the mediums, goes P3 for the moment. It was Gumbo ahead on track. He went 110.5 into P4 now. Red Bull's invalidated his lap. Let's go to... I think it's Gazelle. Oh, he's invalidated as well. Who's that coming round there? It must be Big D. My apologies. Oh, he's coming into the pits in a way. That's typical, isn't it? After all that trying to find him. Right, PRF1 Demon then. Also on the mediums. Goes P2, 108.3. So he levels pretty much equal with Hambo's time on the softs. But as I say, I suspect that is a cider lap from Hambo. Got, trying to get through everyone. Gumba is improving, so I think he's going to complete this lap. I hope he don't give us that view too often throughout the race. So, 3.5 improvement from Gumba. There's somebody behind him. Ghost Rider set a lap as well, but it's not a proper one. Red Bull on his way up to the line. 108 flat. It's on the soft tyres, so fastest of the session so far. Straight away beaten by Gazelle Roadkill, who does a 107.5. Who's this? This is Massey on the medium tyres. Who's P3 on a 108.3. I'm really not sure that any of these guys will be able to trust these lap times on mediums. It's a little while since I did Brazil, but if I remember rightly, there's quite a reasonable gap, like 9 tenths or something like that between soft and medium, I think, around here. Demon's retired from the session. I think he's done it. That is, yeah, it's in the pits. Yellow flags by the pits, so he's decided then that he's going to start this race on mediums regardless. Private Comet then. Coming now, just a flat out left up to the end of sector 2. He's got a Red Bull behind him. Don't worry about that private, they're on an outlap. So just keep yourself going, mate. Again, keeps to the left and crosses for a 112.4, puts in P11 for the moment. Let's go to Big D. Just started his lap, in fact, so let's go on board with Big D. It's the other Red Bull. Hey, Outer Poem. So, this is Big D, the second Red Bull, seeing if he can get through on the medium tyres. Again, some of the times that some of the medium guys have put in, the likes of Ghost Rider, Will, Goomba, if they switch to soft, some of these guys could be in trouble. If they, like Demon, I'm not convinced that's going to be good enough to get him through. Oh, I just realised Big D's invalidated, my apologies. Let's go to Master Spread. So Master Spread was 3 tenths down on the mediums compared to the soft lap that he did in Q1. Just in the first sector. So spreader heading towards the line. He put himself safe. So 108.1 before. So that might be safe. Red Bull might be safe. I'm not convinced by the rest, really. We'll soon find out. If I was one of these guys, I would literally be leaving it till last second to come out on softs, so that those guys haven't got a chance to react. So say, oh, somebody's come out. Mind tricks. Mad Rafe. Then heads for the line. So 108.3 from Rafe. So decent lap again. So you can see currently covered P4 to P8 is covered by 3 tenths. 5 tenths covers the standard P10. So mighty close at the moment. With the invalidated again. So he's going to come in, I would imagine, and put some softs on, because I'm sure he'd be expecting really to get through to Q3. Master spreads on a cooldown lap. Yeah, so is Rafe. Gumba then. It's on the medium tyres. As I said, the first lap he did on softs, I'm pretty sure was just more of a sighter, so I'm sure we'll soon go quicker, but can he get himself through? Sambo gets nicely out of the way for him. And Gumba heading up to line in the Mert then. What can he do? It's 108.9. So that's a decent lap from Gumba, but it only puts him P12. He's got enough time to get round, I think, and get a set of softs on. Don't think there's any issues there if he wants to have a go at getting into Q3. Red Bull's well down, he's invalidated in a way. Everybody else that's out on track is on out laps, so stick to Red Bull and see if he goes again. Through that famous Senna S. Named after the great man himself, of course. So God, you haven't Ghost Rider, have you? Too many drinks in the hot weather. Oh dear. I mean, I assume we're talking alcoholic beverages. Those that you don't know, Ghost Rider's our resident drunk driver. He still seems to do alright though, if we fair to him. So, Red Bull down to what, as I said, I'm calling the final corner for the whole of the evening. I swear these boys do this sort of thing just to confuse me. So we got Red Bull driving in the McLaren. Oh, into the pits. You would, wouldn't you? Who's this? This is Greza going across the line. Goes fastest now on a 107.5. Somebody else crossing the line there. Not sure who that was. Oh, I think it was Dark Mark. It's P11. Will's out on track, so let's go to Will. It doesn't look like it. That looks really slow to me. It says it's on his first hot lap on these tyres, but clearly, and his red light's flashing as well. Let's go to Big D instead then. Hambo's retired from the session. He feels he's safe, and I agree on a 107.7. I think Red Bull is probably safe on the 108.0 as well. You can see, even those guys around the 108s, they're poised on the softs just in case. I think Demon leapt a little bit early to retire from the session on those mediums, but we'll see. These boys, of course, they can switch the softs. They've got to do the laps. Dark Mark retires out, so he won't be taking part in Q3. That is in the pits, from what I can tell. So Big D then heads up towards the line. Can he push himself into Q3? Going to follow him around apparently. It's 1077. What are you doing, Coders? 1077 puts in P5 then. So he is through. Ghost Rider, our drunk man, is out on track. Just see, I'm not sure. Actually, yeah, Will is further around, so we'll go to Will. 7 temps up at the end of sector 2, which would be a 1082, which would be good enough for P8 as it stands right now. Must admit, I don't think the advantages of starting on the mediums is worth the risk of going out. I think I'd rather be in the top 10 around here. But it's each to their own, isn't it? It's so often depend on safety cars because you can end up with track position by starting on the mediums, but if you don't get any, it just falls apart, doesn't it? So, my apologies, I think Pajala is further around, so let's go to Pajala, see if we can force another Q3. Across the line he comes, he improves by 1/4 of a second, but stays P11. So, Mad Wraith on his way round, he's 8 temps up. This is a 1075, it's going to put him top 3. Assuming he hasn't lost time in the final sector. Yeah, 1074 puts him P2. Goomba has pitted. There's a little shunt on the barrier, but he's pitted. Master Spread in trouble then. He's P11. Can't afford any silly little mistakes on this lap because the flag is out. The Alpine gets well out his way nicely there. I think that was Will. So all looks good to me. To be fair, I think he's safely through. Uses all the track there, but no threat of invalidating. 107.6 puts him P6 and safely through into Q3. Will, we saw, got out of Master Spread's way, so we know he's finished and is P11. Somebody forced themselves into top 10. Was that Ghost Rider? I'm not sure. Saw Wraith and we saw... Oh, it was Master Spread, wasn't it? And that's pushed Will down to P11. Pajala down to P12. So, the guys, the top 10's decided then, so through into Q3 go Massey, Red Bull, Wraith, Greza, Gazelle Roadkill, Master Spread. Hambo is the only one in the top 10 that's done their lap on the medium tyres, so technically has tyre advantage for the race. Private Comet in P8, Big D 9 and Ghost Rider are all through. And leaving us at the end of Q2, we've got Will, Rapid Pajala, who's done a fine job once again. Demon, Dark Mark and Goomba leave us at the end then of Q2. Well, fastest in that session was Massey on a 107.3. 10th place Ghost Rider was a 108 flat. But look at that just ahead, Big D was 107.7, so 4.5 temps covering the top 9 in that session. Obviously we know Hambo's done that lap on mediums, so we know he's got time in the bag. I'm going to say it again, I feel comfortable to say that pole position will be a 106 something around here. Just while we're waiting. Often happens in a full qualifying session, you get somebody who's maybe been knocked out that forgets that they've got to still press the button. So they were the instance, just in case they're needed. I don't think they will be, but just in case. So I don't know if anybody wants to have a little prediction, maybe a top 3 prediction. do you think will qualify the top 3? I think if I've got to do it, I'm going to stick with our regular driver of Hambo for P1. I'm going to go Massey P2, and you could honestly, you could just pull names out of a hat. I'll stick with our other title challenger and say Master Spread P3. That's what I'm going for. Truth being told, Hambo, I think you were the only one quick enough to use them to get through, mate. Is the honest truth there. I'm sure the likes of Massey and Greza and Rafe and Red Bull all probably did have the pace to get through, but just doing it on that one lap, isn't it? So, oh great! Apparently, Ghost Rider's not the only drunk driver we got on track. Dark Mark's done it as well. If you guys cause a safety car, you'll get getting penalties. Who's holding us up then? Dark Mark, are you so busy getting pissed you hadn't pressed the button by any chance? Whoever it is, press the button. It's murder, Hambo. It's just not right, is it? People like you that are just, turn up in best shape every week, do your training through the week, turn up, clear head, Yeah, it's brilliant, Jency, and I'd like to have seen you come out and do an extra lap in Q1, mate. Flem needs to press A. I don't know who Flem is. Flem, whoever you are, press A. Josh Clements. Is that it? Oh, I see. Flem, Clem. I don't know whether that was a mistype or deliberate. I see. Josh Clements. Read the rest of that. Here we go then. We're finally moving on. So, who's going to act first? He's usually pretty quick at getting out on track. Likes to get the airtime, that's why. He knows full well I'll watch him if he's first out, and I definitely watch him. Will someone do something? Come on, guys. Here's one. Red Bull's moving. Told you, didn't I? It's Yeah, it's Hambo. I can see his name on the pit garage. It's so cool when they put your names on the pit garage, isn't it? That's actually one of the good things that Formula 1's done. Oh, but Hambo, you're not going to be first out. Someone's out ahead of you. It's, I think it's Gazelle. Yep, so Gazelle Roadkill's going to get his team the television time. And a bit of extra cash in the pocket. Hambo's just done 3 Jaeger bombs. So that's 3 of the top 10, I think, isn't it? No, Dark Mark went out, didn't he? So, sorry, Dark Mark, I didn't mean to rub that in then. So, Gazelle, do you have a pole position lap in you? To say, I think we're going to need a 106. I predict somewhere around 106.8. It's my prediction. What we could end up, if they all start hitting like 107 flat, 106.9, something like that, we could end up having a full-on legendary lap. Let's take pole because they're pushing each other so close. Oh, Gazelle is round and into the wall. So it's definitely not a pole position lap from Gazelle. The AlphaTauri will start P10 because that car is not going any further. Oh dear. Oh well. Let's go. So you know what's happened now, don't you? Hambo's ended up first on track. So we'll have to go to him. So let's go on board through this middle sector. He's got a Mercedes behind him, which must be massive. We lost the other Mercedes, so just massive, just about saw in the background. Here he comes in out of the final corner. So what sort of target can Hambo lay down on the first run? So 106. It's 106.8 already. So Hambo fastest, 106.8. Massey does 107.4. There's an Alpha coming round, I think it's Greza. 107.6 from Greza. That was Big D, has gone P4. Spreader's on his way to the line, does 107.4, P2 for the moment. Oh, I just missed one. Ghost Rider. Across the line goes P6. Rafe on his way up now. Oh, no, Rafe pits. So, and Private Comet is invalidated. So we'll continue to do another lap just to get one on the board. And then I would assume pit and set himself up for another run. Let's just look through some of the cars. Let's see if anybody's... Doesn't look like anybody's going again. Second set. Massey might be actually... Oh no, he's not. He's 4.3 seconds down. Okay, so... And Private Comet's invalidated the next lap as well. So I would imagine, really, just come into the pits, get the new set on, get yourself prepared for the final runs. Other drivers will come out just to do the one lap on minimum fuel, or whether they'll try and do a couple of laps. I would suggest that Private Comet will probably put enough fuel in for a couple of laps, as Mad Rafe might as well, just because he hasn't got time on the board, but the rest I'd imagine will go for as low fuel as they can have. So, at the moment, my top three prediction, right three drivers, but just not necessarily in the right order. As Red Bull invalidates, it's too much curb. First of the tight corners in sector 2. See, I can't see. I'm pretty sure nobody else is. Nobody's going again. Oh, Hambo might be going again. Actually, he's a 10th up. He's into the pits. He's not bothered to take the extra 10th. Greza heads for the line, so Greza improves by 2 tenths, goes P3. Slodges Massey, who's already been in and put a new set of tyres on. Big D then. I don't know where and Google. Yeah, I don't. It's got in the way there because time was quite a lot. Red on his way towards the end of sector 2, 50-mile corner. He's his first lap on the board here, round and pit again. So Red Bull then goes 107.4, which is good enough for P2. That's a fine lap from Red Bull. Mad Rafe has invalidated again. Private Comet's got a time on the board with 109.3. No, he's not going any quicker here. Massey then, I think, is on a hot lap, so stick with Massey. Let's go on board. to the end of sector 2 now. He's 3.5 tenths up. And a little bit tentative out the final corner. There's yellow flags. Was there yellow flags? It's just a car I think's run out of fuel ahead of him. On it, but it made it to the pits before Massey got there. And Massey crosses the line M1071. Goes back into P2. Splitter 2 tenths up. End of sector 2, so he's, well, depends obviously if he can gain any more time here, but it looks like he's going to go P3. P3 it is, so now my 3 predictions are in the right order. Plenty of time for that to all get messed up yet. No Strider, our next man. Yeah, see, the drunken man's curb crawling. Invalidates in sector 1. I was just about to switch to mad because he's just about to cross the line. He's done 1078. Puts himself into P7 for the moment. Just wondering if anybody else is going again. No. Top guys aren't. Hambo is on the lap. Just under a tenth up at the end of sector 2. Funny enough, he was actually slightly more up on his in-lap, where he pitted. Let's see what he can do. It's going to be an improvement, I'm sure. It is indeed 106.758 for Hambo. Will that be good enough to take pole position? Looks like Master Spread's just done a cool-down lap and is going to go again. Oh, Dark Mark's behaving, fair enough, only 6 points, still good enough to drive, mate. Yeah, Ghost Rider's just warming up then. Take the rest until after the race, well that's unlike you. I'm sure you'll sink one in a 5-minute break between. So coming through to left-hander, round to the end of sector 2 then. Just slightly down his Master Spread. Don't know whether keep pushing. Well, he is still going to push for the line. And he misses out on his PB by just over a tenth. Now, I mean, technically, he can do another cool-down lap and potentially go again. Whether the tyres have got enough life for them to try that. Grezzo's improved. It's P4 107.2 now. Red Bull is up in the first sector. And Massey is back on an outlap, and he is going to get round in time easily, so should have an exciting end to this qualifying session. Red Bull 1.5 tenths up at the moment. He's heading towards P4. Somebody's just, Private Comet's just got done 1074, gone into P5. It's a fine lap from Comet. Red Bull then across the line, 1071 puts him P3. He's gone just ahead of Master Spread. He was on his way round to start a final lap, I believe. No, he's into the pits, so Master Spread will not start in the top 3. This is Big D. He's starting a lap, you can tell by the angle that he's gone round there. Massey then. If anyone's going to be able to take the pole position off of Hambo, I would suggest it's this man. Oh, he's ran wide out of the final corner, so that's spoiled any chance No chance of improvement now. He'll be coming into the pits. Private Comet, I believe, has gone on. No, he's well down. Red Bull is down and invalidated. I don't think we're done just yet. Big D, oh, he's invalidated. So yes, we are done then, because Big D's invalidated. So congratulations to Hambo, who takes pole position for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Massey in P2. Red Bull spoilt my prediction by taking P3 off of Master Spread, who will start P4. Reza's P5. Private Comet in P6. Big D, who just went in to finish across the line now, P7. Mad Rave P8. Ghost Rider P9. And Gazelle, who we saw crash right at the start of that session, will start in P10. My word, I've just realised I've done that not in a part. Why didn't anybody tell me? My part had an error. Any of you tell me I went to a party? Plenty of is on there. You could have told me. So, congratulations to Hambo. Let's get off of that. He will start P1, and this week he's made my prediction come true. Last week he didn't, and I told him I was upset with him about it, but this week he has done indeed. There's the incidents, just in case needed. But, well, yeah, well done to Hambo. Massive P2, Red Bull. So Hambo's championship rival will start P4. So close enough. And then, well, I'm looking at the names on there. I'm thinking this is some fast. Well, as I said, when I gave up driving on the Fridays to move to doing the comms and streams, I was fourth in the championship. But to be quite honest, looking at that list, I'd have done very well to get in the top 10 with those guys. So maybe just a sign that the league's gone a bit faster, which is brilliant, of course. In a way, oh, somebody has pressed a button. That's all right then. As always, guys, with any league, really, we're going to take a quick break. It's usually about 5 minutes. So we'll be back after that. It's much needed tonight as well. However, everybody's feeling themselves out of their race seats to take a 5-minute break. If you want to the break screen once stream wants to work again. Okay, so say guys, back shortly. Don't go away. Right, guys, we're back. My apologies, they've started the formation lap. I was told it was 9:36 to go. It's still only 9:35 now. Anyway, doesn't matter. We are on the formation lap. I was going to show you standings and stuff, but I won't get them done by the time they get round on the grid and going again. So, I'll leave that. Perhaps if we have a safety car, might be able to do it then instead, but everybody getting around the formation lap okay. So everybody should have nice warm tyres for the start. Start on position change just so we can see. Usually helps to see if somebody's had a spin or something like that at the start. So Ambo back to the grid. There's a little gap after about I think it's Big D in P7. No, it's not. It's Gazelle in P10, and then back to Will. There was a little bit of a gap, but nothing too major. And the last car just coming into their grid slot now. So then. Lights are coming on. 5 lights are on. So long pulls, and finally they are allowed to go. Massey looks like he's flown off the line, and it looks like he's going to take the lead into turn 1. Into the centre S. Indeed he does. So Massey into the lead. Hambo falls into P2. The P3 and P4 swap round as well. So Master spread into P3. Red Bull drops to 4. Big D up 2 places to 5th. Private Comet staying where he is at the moment on P6, so done his job. As Hambo looks to see if he can reclaim the lead of this. He wouldn't have wanted this at all. He'd have been hoping to lead this race from the start. We do have a yellow, and it is Will, and he's lost his wing. So Will have to make it back to the start, but no form of safety car on that. So, was that a Ferrari? I think I just saw a Ferrari pretty much nosedive off the track. It's Ghost Rider by the looks of things as he recovers. Back on track and going again, P16. As, oh, that start mark having a spin. That's 2 of our drunken drivers that have spun on the first lap. We are not surprised. Master spread right on the back of Hambo then. As they come up towards turn 4. Master spread has a look at the outside, but Hambo defends that pretty well. Of course, this early point of the race, Hambo starting on the mediums. The soft boys are going to be a bit quick at this point. As Will makes his way back round to the pits. Gets his new front wing. Still be comfortably on the lead lap, which is all he needs at the moment, and hope for a safety car at some point to get himself back up to the back. Massive fighting going on then. So our biggest gainer off the start, up 8 places, was Clem from P19 up to P11. Our biggest loser, obviously Will, is dropping down to the back, but other than him, Ghost Rider after his spin. Dropping 6 places. Massey sets the fastest lap of the race. He would love right now to get that gap to over a second before the RS properly enables. Soon Hambo will get the RS here. So it's just whether Massey can just pull out that little bit extra in throughout the sector 2. Trying to keep an eye on down the field to see if there's any likely overtakes going on, but to be fair, the whole field's so bunched together, it could be any of them at the moment. Just get rid of the position changes, we don't need that anymore. So Hambo just about keeping Massey within the second. As it stands right now, Master Spread just dropped out of the second. He's edged back in, using some energy probably to do that. Master Spread's championship hopes. He cannot let Hambo disappear here, as Hambo sets the fastest lap of the race so far with 1:10.1. Sorry, Autopone, you want to see tyres? No worries, bud. So there we have it. So we knew the top 10 were starting off softs apart from Hambo in a way. Other than that, Gumba and Fatal Defiance opted for mediums. A few drivers opted for hards. Well, Rara, Tron and Demon off the start opted for hards. Will's gone to hards after pitting for a new wing. There we have it. Hard's an interesting choice around Brazil, to be honest. I don't think they generally get used very much around there. As Massey has now just stretched that lead out a bit. So let's go around the field a little bit. That's where it's a bit closer of a battle. So this is currently Red Bull that we're watching in the McLaren there. Big D on the back of him. He's just right on the back of Master Spread. Oh, we've got a set to 1 yellow. I think that is Gazelle. Ooh. Safest to rejoin in there, but nevertheless, everybody passed him safely. Can't see any obvious damage on his car, so I think he's okay. And he gets going again in 17th. So Clem remains our closest battle at the moment. The whole battle really P4 down, as we now get a yellow and set to, I think it's Mad Rafe. Oh, my batteries. And that's a virtual safety car actually, so that's probably good timing for me batteries. I'll just change those quickly. Well, we've got so Comet picks up a penalty and Bajala picks up a penalty. Mad Rafe into the pits following a spin. Does it look like any of the front guys? Well, no, definitely none of the front guys. In fact, nobody's taken a chance on coming in under the virtual safety car. Probably just a bit too early in the race, really. So, VRC ends, DRS once again enabled. Let's go to Master Spread. Still right on the back of Hambo. Must be so frustrating. He's got his championship rival right there. But his car probably looks as wide as a bus right now. Just makes you wonder, would Master Spread's best bet? Well, he's naturally, if we have no full safety cars, he'll naturally do an undercut, won't he? Because he'll pit first on the softs. He should then perform an undercut. It just depends what Hambo's speed is like later on the soft tyres. So, I'm just going to go down now because we got Clem on the back of Bajala. Now, this is one where Clem has got DRS, so I think we're going to see an attempt into turn 4. But not really close enough on that occasion. We've got another one further up the field as well, so I'm going to go to the one further up the field. This is Private Comet on the back of Big D. Oh, but Big D's just got back within the 1 second. I didn't think he was going to. Well, he's in and out. It depends whether he's in or not when they cross the line, of course. As Demon gets ahead of Ghost Rider further down the field. And that's a hard tyre driver. In fact, that's 2 hard drivers going past a soft tyre driver. That's... Yeah, Ghost Rider is ghosting. Oh, he's back. He's gone hard again now. Okay, good lad. As Clem then makes the move on Pajala. Oh, Pajala struggled under braking there. Caught off guard a little bit. Don't think it caused any damage. I think he managed to brake enough that it didn't cause any front wing damage, but it would have been a scary moment for him. Clem then up into P8 from last on the grid. Having a great race so far, up 11 places. Go back to... I think Big D is going to be the main one now, as Red Bull has fallen over a second and a half behind the car in front now. So Big D obviously have the full DRS advantage. At the moment, it's looking like he's too far back to do it up towards the centre S. Seeing that, Private Comet is mighty close to him. Let's go on board with Comet, see if he can actually get a good enough tow off of Big D. Probably better off saving your energy here, Comet. Because he's doing the same thing, trying to get ahead of Red Bull. So, me again. Big D's still not close enough to Red Bull to make anything happen there. So, round the rest of the lap, they will go again. Victory. I know it's easier said than done, but he's just got to try and stay on the gearbox. This all seems to have allowed Grezza to catch up to the back of the three of them again as well. Again, just nowhere near close enough at this stage. Not using any energy. Comet is using his, but he's not going to get anywhere near into the centre S. It's Big D. Again, just cannot get close enough. That McLaren looks pretty handy in a straight line, to be fair. Again, he just ran out of tarmac here. It's turn 4, but... does seem a bit closer now. This point of the sector. It's looking more promising this lap, I must say. It's definitely holding it a bit closer. So again then, let's go back on board with Big D. Red Bull just seems to disappear a bit out of that corner, doesn't he? But he's opened up his energy this time as Big D, and he's reeling him in. It's definitely going to be a move into turn 1 then, into the centre S. Big D does about hold on. It looked like Red Bull's going to try and get a switch back. And Comet goes around the outside as well. Can he get the move done as well? Funny enough, Big D is now becoming vulnerable as Red Bull gets the DRS back, and they're still side by side going up the hill now. It's a turn 6, and in the end, Red Bull holds on to 4th place. But how close are they driving? Somehow without making contact with each other. Brilliant driving, guys. At the moment, in this group of 4, Private Comet actually looks the one who... I don't know, he just seems a bit more pacey through the middle sector and the like. So I think Grezza probably is, yeah, he's still got 50% energy. Yeah, he's not getting drawn into using his energy. Sector 2 yellow is an Alfa Romeo, so that will be Mad Wraith. He's going. I'm not going to worry about switching. Come down. It's always turn free. Keeping it mighty close. While this is going on, by the way, Hambo has retaken the lead. As the soft tyres now on lap 12 are beginning to struggle a bit. So Hambo's now right at this moment in time got a pace advantage. I would imagine yellow's going on at the moment as 50 Gen and into the pits. Out the pit set. So we'll have to pit again. Private Comet. No, he doesn't. He's on my screen that was showing him having gone well. I'm going to turn off Wi-Fi on the phone. So pit stop's starting to happen and Master Spread has been in and put on the mediums. I think maybe it's a little bit too early. Red Bull's done the same as well. Big D has also come in, but he's... So... Oh, come on, stream, don't start jumping about all over the place. That's the last thing I want. So currently Massey's still out, Grez is still out and is up to P3 now. Comet P4. All the way from the back now up to P5. He's only 4.3 seconds off the guys in front. Considering he's moved up 14 places, that's pretty impressive. Great to still be going with a full field at this point of the race as well. So, looking down, have we got any close ones? Yeah, Red Bull is on the back of Raratron. And Turin is on the back of Ghost Rider, so this may not be too easy for Red Bull. He goes to the outside. Into the centre S. Oh, he's going to spin. Oh, good recovery. Red Bull could easily have lost that one. He's recovered it and can get going again. Not really lost too much, about a second he's lost through that. As Demon gets ahead of Goomba and ahead of Ghost Rider. So that shows you how those softs have gone off. Ravatron on hard tyres. Now getting past guys that have started on soft tyres. So Massey into the pits from P2. Trying to look at the track. Grez has continued on, so he takes P2 for the moment. Hambo leads Grezzo by 7.8 seconds. Where will Massey come out? A large part of the pit exit still to do. It's going to be close. I'm going to go to Massey because it's going to be close on pit exit. He doesn't want to be behind these two. He's fallen behind Master Spread. Master Spread's got the undercut. But he's currently stuck on the back of Demon, who's on hard tyres. He needs to get this move done, because this is destroying the undercut on Hambo. Oh, and he's picked up 3 seconds in his efforts to try and get past. Surely you would think under DRS it'd just be a walk by overtake really. Let's go on board with Spreader. Keep an eye on Massey as well. Surely DRS opens up here. Surely up the inside. Massey's going to follow him through as well. Massey clearly decided I cannot wait to get through here. I need to make the move at the same time. He does exactly that, and it's going to pile the pressure on Master Spread. He's not going to get it done here, though. Demon has a little look at Massey. Cheeky. So, good job from the guys. Good racing again. And Demon, you've got to say, doing a fine job on those hard tyres from the start, making his way up. Sector 3, yellow. Again, I believe that is a car being lapped. Hambo is round on that straight at the moment. So I think that was Will being lapped. This Gazelle comes into the pits. And retires in the pits. Does Gazelle. You don't like to see that. I don't like to see drivers finishing the race. That car may well come back out on track. That's the problem. So, Master Spread on the back of his teammate Clem here. Surely, Clem on 16 lap old softs. Surely he's not going to be holding his teammate up here. Oh, my partner, sorry, I'm completely misreading this on the standings. This is still Massey on the back of Master Spread. Look, keep an eye on the other drivers. Not really any closer battles going on at the moment. This is the main one. Again, let's go on board with Massey and see if he reels in Master Spread here. Master Spread, I'm sure, will go to the inside. No, he doesn't. He defends the outside, which should give him the inside of the following turn 2. Is he still there? No. Massey's got the job done, but Master Spread will get DRS back here. And he goes to the inside for turn 4. And he's going to have the move done before braking, I think. So these guys swap positions on this lap. 2 occasions. Private Comet has found his way up into P2 ahead of Greza. So we're both yet to pit. Leaving it late. Leaking everything out of those softs. I'm guessing, kind of hoping for a safety car, maybe. The safety car comes out, they've got track position. At the moment, if they were to pit, they're going to fall quite a way down the order. Sector 3, Rafe picks up. Just looking, actually, is Rafe? He's right there somewhere. I think he has crashed. I think he did crash. But it's either that or he was just deciding to pull over to the side of the road and let everybody fast. Because there was a bit of a train going on. Into the pits he comes. Picks up 5 seconds as well for his troubles. And retires again in the pit lane. And I'll say it again, we do prefer not to see that. That's still, this battle continues then between Master Spread and Massey. Massey has 2 lap advantage on his tyres, but that's not very much for a set of mediums, so it's not as if he's got much of an advantage there. There's a couple of other battles going on, but they're still not as close as this, not really. Just going to switch the gap to leader. So looking at these guys, well, in comes Private Comet. So Greza had already pitted. Obviously Private Comet is reacting to that. Just seeing where Greza is. He's coming through the centre S. Well, this is going to be close, isn't it, between the two? I think Private Comet's going to get out before him. He does indeed. And Private Comet, P7 then. Gets out ahead of Greza, who is stuck behind Gumba, which is not what he'd have wanted. It's cost him that position, really. The leader, in a way, Hambo, currently has a 21-second lead over both Spreader and Massey. And into the pits he comes. Relatively close. I'm kind of expecting these guys to overtake. 21 seconds is quite a long pit lane. It's Brazil. We got another yellow flag. I think that is someone crashed. Don't really want to. They're moving again now anyway, so I think it's Will actually, and he's now gone into the pit, so we're going to see another retirement there. Hambo then is going to get out ahead of him. It's always going to be close, but he's now out ahead of them and on fresh, soft tyres to the end. You've got to think that Hambo's choice of going mediums first has paid off, in the sense that the other guys having to pit earlier came out in traffic. And you would think now that Hambo will just disappear into the distance with that fresh, soft rubber. As these two continue to battle, I wouldn't be overly shocked to see these two fight into the end for position. Obviously, Spreader has a penalty, so Massey doesn't really need to get ahead of him on track. Let's come back to the intervals. Oh, actually, let's stick with that, sorry. Oh, it's giving me horrendous angles. Come on. Right, so Massey gets the job done, but is it going to be like last time where Spreader gets DRS here and gets back ahead? Oh, as Massey obviously protecting the inside, but decides not to. And indeed, it happens again. Spreader gets the place back on the second DRS zone. Gumba's into the pits. He was going to switch to Private Comet, but it's fallen back a bit from Demon. Was still going on those hard tyres, remarkably. If we could do one or two more laps, then it's time. He's got to just admit defeat, that there's not going to be a safety car, and he's going to have to pit for the softs. So this is then Private Comet on the back of PRF1 Demon. It's Hambo. So it's the fastest lap of the race with a 109 flat. So Private Comet, we should see now. Complete overspeed will get the job done reasonably easily. And moves back into P5. See the advantage that Comet got over Greza though. Just from where Greza is there. Still 1.8 seconds back from Demon. A couple more pitters. Tron finally pits off the hards. Big D is in. Let's go then to... Well, other than this, the only other one is still Master Spread and Massey, so go back to them for the moment as they're coming back up to the DRS zone again. Master Spread, for me, Master Spread doing a good job here. Just and into the pits, then Dark Mark retires in the pits. So 4 retirements, all in the pits. One man that said he thinks he's probably going to get lapped in the chat was 50 Gent, and he's currently running in P14. So I'm not too worried that he wasn't that slow, and he's still comfortably off being lapped yet. Oh, and Private Comet! What's happened? And that's going to be a full safety car. I can't see where he is. saw... I'm looking at the map, but I can't see a car on the map, so... I think it's already been... Oh, was that in there? Oh, I don't know. I couldn't see him at all, anyway. Big D into the pits under safety car. I'm guessing Hambo's going to stay out here, and... Yeah, it's okay. I was just thinking, a Big D is safe. I thought for a second he might end up being lapped. But that's what 50 Gent has done. He's pitted. He shouldn't have pitted there. He needed to carry on. He's going to regret that because he's now been lapped by Hambo, who has just caught the safety car. Oh! Obviously 50 Gent would have been expecting Hambo to be passing the safety car there, not realising that was P1 ahead of him. But fortunately, 50 Gent, you've managed to kind of lap yourself there. Whether Hambo will be aware of that and might do the nice thing of driving slightly off track to allow you to pass. We'll have to see. It's completely his choice. So, people beginning to pit then. So now Massey is in P2. And on fresh softs. So all of a sudden what was looking like a comfortable race win for Hambo, he's now going to have to battle through to the end with Massey behind him on a few lap better softs. I think Hambo was kind of... There wasn't much he could do there. I mean, he's only on 3 lap hold softs, so he may as well carry on. But it was one of those, if he pitted, the others might stay out and take track position off him, and then he's going to have to fight it. And so, with his softs not being too old, the obvious thing was for him to stay out and keep the track position. But he knows now that he's going to have to fight through to the end here. Not one driver has opted really to stay out. I mean, Gumbert has stayed out and gained some places from it. Fortunately, Demon pitted off his hards just before the safety car, I believe. Or did he just do that? I'm not sure. So, yeah, 50 Gent is still stuck between, well, behind Hambo. Yeah, and I mean, I do race, or I am involved in another league that does actually have a rule that you have to drive off track and let lap cars through. I know most leagues wouldn't want to do that, and completely understand that. But in this particular league that I'm talking about, they enforce it, and if you don't get out of the way, you will be given a penalty. Obviously not a rule here, though. So Ghost Rider's also stuck. They've got their own little battle going on for P13, look. 50 Gent and Ghost Rider, but they're stuck here. Looks to me Big D has caught up. Yeah, the safety car is coming in then. So let's go to... right on board with Massey. 50 Gent was maybe trying to get some sort of attention there, but indeed it's Hambo's decision. He's probably not, he wasn't even aware, or probably hasn't even thought of doing it. Oh, 50 Gent, you've got to go, mate. These guys aren't allowed to... Right, he's gone into the pits. I was going to say these guys aren't allowed to pass you, look, until you cross the start-finish line, so it's put Massey under a bit of pressure. Master spread. Yeah, I agree. Well, wouldn't find me doing that. I'll go to the end no matter what. always in hope that something will happen. I don't know what I expect to happen sometimes, but when I have been lapped, but I've had the ridiculous happen before, and I've ended up unlapping myself and finishing well high. In the end, I can't remember what position I did end up in, but it was very high up. Clem gets past Goomba for P6. So Hambo has just disappeared. I think Massey and Master Spread both got a bit confused on that restart as to what 50 Gent was doing. I blame 50 Gent nipping into the pits, just getting that. He's literally done that, I think, probably just to get out of everybody's way. At least he's carrying on. Into the pit. Oh, Grezza's into the pits. So Grezza's obviously picked up some damage on the restart. I didn't see anything go on, mind you. Camera angle doesn't really allow me to see it. See what the... So DRS is enabled once again then. So currently, that long stint then that Demon did on those hard tyres, boy is that paying off for him. Currently running P5, chasing Red Bull. He's got DRS over him as well. Red Bull is on the verge of losing DRS to the car ahead, so we'll have to see. It's certainly a great race from Demon so far, and Clem for that matter. Currently running P6 after starting last. P19. So look at Hambo disappearing up the road, mine. 3 seconds. I mean, that thing that happened on the restart hasn't gained him 3 seconds. He's done that himself. He's flying, absolutely flying, the lad. Fair play to him. Obviously, there's a few things happening here. I mean, obviously, Spreader's got a penalty. He needs to... He probably realises he's almost certain to lose that position to Massey. It's very hard to get rid of Massey, but it's the guys behind that. Red Bull's got a penalty himself. In a way, Demon hasn't. So we're looking at that sort of pack. Spreader needs to get away from them. There's a battle going on between... Well, there was a battle going on, but Pajala... Oh, there's no one near him. Well, they were battling into turn 4, and Pajala is out on the verge of points as well. Well, I don't know whether he won or lost that battle. He would have been P10 or P11. Chance of points. So the VSC is out. Well, that car is cleared. At least it hasn't brought out a full safety car. And clearly this battle between Spreader and Massey is going to continue to the end, and it's given us great entertainment for it whole race, to be fair. There are, of course, other battles going on, and I'm trying to keep an eye on. Rarachon was one of them. He's on the back of Goomba, but he's also just picked up 3 seconds, and Goomba's penalty free. Massey was right on the back then. As Big D picks up a drive-through, speeding under VSC. Now, Big D's currently running in 10th place. He's got a big enough gap over Grezza, actually, that he can take that drive-through and still be in 10th place. So he'll still be running in the points after But I don't know, that notification seemed he had finished. So it's been a bit close. So again, these guys battle. Well, actually, in fact, Red Bull is actually caught right up to the back now of Massey, so which makes it even worse for Spreader. Okay, again, it's not Red Bull because he's got a penalty, but Demon could actually nick a podium out of this. What, is it me, or is Spreader actually struggling a little bit on these softs? Seems it's our closest battle. There is another going on. Raratron is right on the back still of Goomba. It's a bit difficult knowing which one to watch. I think Raratron is probably the most likely overtake we've got. Doesn't look to me like Massey's close enough. Just keep an eye on this. No, so he's falling behind. I'm just going to go down to Raratron because he is making a move. So Raratron up the inside of Goomba. Oh no, they've made contact. Goomba spinning round. Well, I won't make any accusations or anything like that. It's instance for the stewards to decide. But well, I know what I think, but I'm not going to say it out loud. The stewards will decide that, but it certainly helped Fatal Defiance. He moves up into P7. He's getting 2 places from that, so he won't mind. As this battle continues, and it's just a train that's stuck behind Spreader. I don't think I've ever seen Spreader holding people up before, but it does seem it at the moment. For whatever reason, he keeps getting out of that final corner just enough ahead, but his light is flashing now. So is Massey's. So is Massey's, and he's coming under attack from Red Bull. Oh my goodness, give me a camera angle. And in fact, Red Bull makes the move and gets past Massey and takes P3 on track. Although his light is flashing as well now. Everybody's light's flashing by the looks of it. So, still though, Massey, good for P2. He sticks where he is. So even though they're now 4th and 5th, Massey and Demon could still be podium sitters. Will hurt Spreader, I'm not sure. Just looking. While you guys are watching, I'm just going to see if I can get the tables up on my phone so that I can I'll be embarrassed going into an interview after only to find out I was supposed to congratulate Amber on the championship. The gap going into the points. So if Hambo wins and Spreader is anything lower than second, then yes, Hambo will be crowned champion because there's only the one race out left after this. So it looks like, because of Spreader's penalty, it does look like Hambo will end up champion. Let's go back to the broadcast cam. 5 of them now in a row. Oh, that was Red Bull. Oh my word! Spun it round from P3. Oh, Red Bull. After making that brilliant move on Massey as well. His teammate actually gets past him and moves into P6. The car that's ghosting, by the way, is a lap car, that's why it's ghosting. So, no issues there. Oh, what a shame for Red Bull. He done so well to get that position off of Massey. See, you know, I know he's going to lose the place anyway because of penalties, but so what? Still nice knowing that you did it on track. So, the other one to look at, Constructors. Actually, Aston Martin are leading the Constructors over Red Bull by 17 points. At the moment, Red Bull are on for 26, probably 27, because I think Hambo's got fastest lap. Aston Martin, assuming spreader drops to 4th, that'll be 12. Clem is 5th. And I think we'll keep that position, so 10 with that. That would be 22. So Red Bull would be closing the gap. And across the line they come, so congratulations then to Hambo's dominated race against very quick opposition. Massey then does take P2, Demon P3. Spreader in the end takes P4, so I do believe we're saying congratulations to Hambo on winning the Drivers' Championship. Clem takes P5 and also takes my driver of the day. He's had an absolutely superb race and he's done it quietly, which is, I always say, if a driver makes up loads of places and you hardly you don't really notice them doing it, it's because they've had a really good race and just gone about their business. For me, so PRF1 Clem takes my driver of the day up 14 places. I expect the game's probably going to give him that as well. Yep, there you go. So on this one I do agree with the game. The only real choice for me, well, two potential others would be Hambo and Deem. On this occasion is getting the driver of the day. So congratulations to the race winner and P2 and P3, the podium boys. But also congratulations to Hambo. So I'm sure he's won the championship. I'm sure we only have this race and one more. So actually Massey took the fastest lap, so that will make a difference for the Constructors. Aston Martin then, as said, finishing 5th, so they pick up 22 points. Red Bull pick up 29th. So they pick up 5 points, but Aston Martin certainly going into the last race of the season as favourites for Constructors, so this season certainly isn't over. Just to finish, 7, Red Bull 8, Big D 9, Rabatron 10, Greza 11, Ghost Rider 12, 50 Gent P13, and then from Pajala down we're DNFs. I'll get as many of the instances in as I can. I probably won't have enough time. Oh, nearly got to the bottom. They probably got everything they need in a way, if they need anything. There's only the one instant in that I thought maybe end up with a ticket. So let's get the boys in. So Hambo, not Master Spread. Massey gone. Massey, where are you gone? Oh, I've forgotten who the other podium. It's Demon, wasn't it? Demon was the other podium. Let's invite Demon. I don't know why Massey's disappeared. Here comes Hambo. Let's. Right, so he's joined the party. Right. Just missing. It was Demon that ended up P3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Let's invite him again then. Come on, Demon. Here he is. Excellent. Right. So, Demon, if you can include your audio as well, please, buddy.
Yeah.
Excellent. We'll start with you then, Demon. So P3 in the end. A brilliant drive, to be fair. Impressive. The obviously Spreader had the penalty, which just drops him down to P4. But how did it all go from your perspective?
Qualifying went well as always. Went for the unorthodox strategy of starting on a hard tyre, which no one likes hard, so you the brilliant in definitely every way possible. I thought I was unlucky with the safety car, but it turns out I was lucky with the safety car. And people dying ahead of me and Grezza going flying, Red Bull going flying. It's all great.
So it all worked out.
It's pretty boring, actually.
I think I at the start that a couple of guys have started on hards. I'm not sure that's the right thing to do around here or something like that. But it certainly paid off for you. Your hard stint was brilliant. So yeah, fair play. And congratulations on the podium. First time I've seen you race tonight, Massey. That is, I believe. So congratulations on P2. Pretty much a fight throughout the race with Spreader. It's great to watch and gave us some entertainment all the way through. But
yeah, it was good. It's I don't think I've raced in PRF1 on this game, so it was good to be back. A little bit disappointed in qualifying, but I don't think I'd have got to. So yeah, P2 is still a good position, just wasn't. I messed up the last lap. Start, I knew I was going to get a better start because I had better tyres, and then I just couldn't get my DRS.
yeah.
And then when the tyres swapped over, the mediums were so yeah, then I was just battling with Spreader race. I don't go too aggressive against him because I'm a reserve and I know he's fighting for a championship. So
you seem happy enough to go. Yeah, you seemed happy enough to go aggressive with Spreader though, in a fight for a championship. But no, what I was going to say is you. Obviously, you had to pit earlier than Hambo being on the softs at the start. It was just unfortunate that both of traffic as well. So you didn't even manage to get an under.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, pal.
I was hoping to get out ahead of that, so yeah, it was good. Pooing my pants moment when we came into the pits and the safety car, and there was a lapped car in front of Spreader who braked before the pit lane, and I had to sort of avoid them. But
what he did,
he
decided to pit just to get out of everybody's way. I was sort of willing Hambo because he had two lap cars behind him, so I was willing Hambo to maybe just run off track and let them both through. But obviously you can't hear me, so there we go. Anyway, yeah, congratulations on P2.
Cheers, thank you.
Well, obviously congratulations on the race win. Once you sort of got away a little bit from Massey, it was pretty much dominance from there on. I believe, if I'm right in thinking there's only one race left, I've done the maths, and I think that does make you Drivers' Champion as well.
Is that someone's balls clapping, or is that hand?
I'm just excited about the announcement.
Very
race
nice.
winner, pole position. The only thing you didn't get was the fastest lap because Massey nicked that.
What?
But congratulations, mate. For starters, how did the race go for you?
Yeah, been on mediums at the start. I had a feeling I was going to drop at least. Well, I was thinking at least 2 or 3 places from the start, but luckily it was just Massey. And I just had to
Basically,
try
rest
and
was shit.
to try and stick with Massey until his tyres went off a bit, and then just try and choose the right time to overtake.
Yeah, I think first 4 or 5 bit of pressure behind, but it didn't take long really, and your mediums sort of caught up with the softs a little bit, and once you got the lead, you did disappear. So fair
Yeah,
play.
they did feel a bit dodgy for 3 or 4 laps, but that's always the case with mediums when you start on them. But
Yeah, and obviously later on when it came to the pit stop, I'm guessing when you were pitting you couldn't be 100% sure. If the
I
guys were going to
don't
get you
know
undercut.
how long each pit stop takes for different track. I just looked on the I noticed the time was coming down from like 22 to 21 seconds.
Yeah, so I think
And
they
I
were
thought,
21.5 seconds behind you
I'd
when you
just pit
pitted.
now.
So, yeah, I thought it was quite long at Brazil, but actually it must be about 19 seconds, I think. Judging when you came out. But,
Yeah, I wasn't really sure, so I just thought I'd just go in a bit early. I was going to go to 24 laps, but I think I picked on 20, 21, can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 21. You did 15 laps on the soft, so yeah, congratulations, mate. What about the championship then? So obviously you've had a massive battle with Master Spread throughout. You know, should we have a word for the title? And obviously congratulations on that, but perhaps a word for Spreader as well.
That is shit. He had a 70-point lead. He fucked it.
He's wrong. He's not wrong.
I'm just wondering,
Nah,
he's still in the
I'm
lobby. I'm just wondering whether I should bring him in, actually.
Yeah, go for it. He'll talk for England. How long have you got?
Let's bring him in. Not that long. Well, I've
Yeah,
invited him in. And we'll
So
speak to him.
I believe the constructors' battle is still going on to the last race.
It definitely is. We've
Do you
asked
know
him.
the difference?
Yeah, so you guys didn't.
I think the difference might be 11 points. I don't know. I will get back to you
think
when
it
I do
is.
the tables.
I've actually got it up on my phone, and so Aston Martin at the start of the day led by 17. You guys, so Red Bull picked up 27 tonight, and they picked up 22. So it's a 12-point difference going into the last race. It's going to be close.
I don't know. I think they may have. I think they got this one.
Well, it'll be
But
close.
they
You
don't
don't-
claim next week.
Okay, maybe we might get it.
Well, yeah, if their driver don't. Well, there you go. Alright, guys, well, again, massive congratulations on the title, Hambo, and
Yes.
I'm sure you'll get loads of comments going on in the chat and everything. But for now, for the stream then,
We're going to say you quick.